This is brought to you by the George Jackson Grassroots Collective, a progressive organization in the new African independence movement that cultivates revolutionary transfer culture, liberating the minds through awareness and education, protecting and training our people while fostering unity as stated in the Code of Umoja. Welcome to the George Jackson Grassroots Collective Dialogue Session.
This is the George Jackson Grassroots Collective Political Educational Course, and we will be discussing Black August Resistance and the Black August Memorial. Brother Comrade Bomani, I will be asking you a series of questions. The first one is, what is Black August?
Okay. Way to go Salamo, which is Black August salutation in the language of Swahili. Kiswahili. Before I go into the answer, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Bumana Ihiri Jahad Shakir. I'm members of the Black August Organizing Committee, a member of Georgia University. I'm also the Vice Chancellor of Georgia University, and also the active spokesperson of Georgia University. But I'm also the Program Manager of Black August News. I'm a country New York citizen. I'm a New York revolutionary nationalist. So that's who I am in a nutshell. Well, Black August is a revolutionary culture, revolutionary culture that commemorates the resistance, the achievement, and accomplishment of those who failed during the month of August, those who failed during the prison movement, with a knife in their hand or a gun in their hand, right? And Black August is geared toward activity, action. It's a time where people create programs, institutions. It's a time where you practice cooperative economics, you practice unity, you practice all the principles they talk about during Kwanzaa, but you practice year round, 365 days, 366 days during a leap year. It's a time of commemoration, a time to work, a time to do it. You know, that's exactly what it is on that shit. Yeah.
Okay. And when and where was Black August established?
Black August was established in 1979 in San Quentin State Prison in California. It was started by a formation, a revolutionary formation of the ways of Agosti Salamu, which is known as the Black Guerrilla Family, revolutionary formation. It was established during that time period. In August 1979.
And question number 3, what does Weusi Agosti Salamu mean?
Weusi Agosti Salamu means Black August salutations. You know, it's in the language of Swahili, which is the revolutionary language. A language that been utilized to defeat this all of up, especially during the time of the Freedom of Land Army, which you know in the Mama when they got the revolution in Kenya during it. Started in the late 50s, came up through the early 60s. You know, it's a revolutionary language. A language that's been used throughout Black liberation movement, the Pan-African movement, the African independent movement, all the prison movement, language as well as in street organization. You know, it's a revolutionary language, a language of oppression, a language of struggle. Guys, we know historically a lot of the Swahili-speaking countries got their liberation in the 60s. You know, such as Uganda, such as Kenya, and it goes on and on from there. You know, all up to the 80s. You know, places like Zimbabwe got its independence in the 80s, 1980s, so to speak. Yeah.
Okay. And what does BAM stand for?
BAM and Black August Memorial. It stands for Black August Martyrs. Black August Memorial is the time where we commemorate all the martyrs that died, that paved the way for Black August. And indeed, these days are located on what the term is flea days. You know, flea days in general, you know. Days return to flea days. But at Black August Memorial, to memorialize the 8 Black August martyrs that symbolic of Black August Memorial. who paid the ultimate sacrifice, who made the ultimate sacrifice through their life, the commitment through armed struggle as well that I spoke about earlier. So they're they're bound for Black Ops March.
And what does FLEE stand for?
FLEE stand for First Liberation Expedition to Africa. You know, and FLEE also was a cadre. There was a cadre that came out to the masses, started spreading Black August to the people in 1979. The first introduction of Black August to the masses was on KPFA out of Berkeley. Well, a brother named Gjgrc and a sister named Kisufu were on a radio show and announced where Black August was and what was going on to the masses of the people publicly in 1979. The same year created in the prison system. And the FLEE days are timed at a 24-hour fast that commemorate fallen comrades. August the 1st, 1978, they commemorate Jeffrey Gardner, who died of medical neglect, medical assassination. And August the 1st, 1978, Wild in San Quentin. August the 7th, commemorate the Marion County Courthouse incident, the August 7th shootout, the August 7th movement that took place August 7th, 1970, Marion County Courthouse with Jonathan Jackson, James McClain, William Christmas, and also Ruchell McGee, where James McClain, William Christmas, and Jonathan Jackson, the man-child, they were all assassinated. Ruchell McGee was wounded. He continued to be in prison almost 6 years. He got out released, returned to Essex. August the 13th, commemorate the incident that happened in Soledad, 1970, where W.B. Nolan, W.B. Nolan, Alvin Sweet Judge Miller, and Cleveland Edwards was assassinated on the yard January 13, 1970, right? But it commemorated on August the 13th, whereas August the 21st, it commemorates your comrade George Jackson, who was assassinated August the 23rd, 1971. And those are your 8 Black August martyrs, the one to commemorate on Black August Memorial. Those 8 individuals, you know. Again, it's Jeffrey Gardner, August 1st. The man-child, Jonathan Jackson, William Christmas, and James McClain, August the 7th. W.B. Nolan, Cleveland Edwards, Al Sweet Judge Miller, August 13th, and Conrad George Jackson, August the 21st. A year.
What does BAR stand for?
BAR stands for Black August Resistance. As we know, Black August Resistance historically started before Black August Memorial. Well, according to the Black Overland Committee, it was the second. It was another principle of Black August Memorial. Black August Resistance is the time showing that during the month of August, we resist. We resist by learning engaging into self-defense. We resist by armed struggle. We resist by revolts. We resist by educating ourselves. We resist by being independent. We resist by creating institutions. We resist by creating programs. We resist by not shopping with the oppressor. We resist by dealing with new African business. We resist by educating ourselves. We resist by learning new skills, so forth and so on. You know, we resist by freeing our brothers and sisters behind enemy lines. You know, the list goes on and on in regards to Black August resistance, right? And during that month, Black August resistance is year round, where Black August Memorial is from August the 1st to August 31st. But September the 1st, July 31st, Black August resistance, right, which is year round. 365 days year round, right? So when you look at things historically from the standpoint of August, everything happened. Like on August the 21st, 1791, that when the Haitian Revolution started. August the 21st, 1831, that when that time rebellion started. You know, so that all this in the month of August. You know what I'm saying? All the money, August 18, 1971, it was Army 11 was attacked. That's when they fought back. You know, the Watts Rebellion happened August 11, August 12, 1965. You know, another form of resistance. And it goes on and on to go out to the position that happened during the month of August, you know. It goes on and on. So yeah, brother.
What is BA 365?
Black August 365, like I just spoke about briefly, where is that pushing for the revolutionary culture of Black August year round, right? You pushing for year round by creating a program, creating institutions, just basically doing the work and pushing the aspect of resistance, right? We can resist them in a way. We can resist through armed struggle, resist through education, resist by having our own land. We can resist by being independent. We resist in different ways. Anybody can find a role in regard to the resistance, right? The Black Earth resistance is a culture that's being pushed year round, all the way, and every day through the actions of individuals and nations and civilizations and organization and formation structures year round being pushed and resistance, right? To show the people that it's other ways to do certain things. To show the people that people are actually doing the work. Show the people there's a way. Give people the hope. Give people the inspiration. To show people that self-determination. You know, to show people that self-education. And other very aspects that are geared to uplifting the people mind, master the people in mind, and changing their conditions by being social scientists and solutionary to each other problems. So that Black August 365, which is also always resist. Resist every day. Every 365 days in the year, 366 days in the year. Resist every day. Right? By doing something that geared to a resistance. That if you don't taught somebody a new trade, if you don't taught somebody self-defense, you don't taught somebody how to survive the wars, if you don't fast to be in solidarity with different fleet or you don't fast to strengthen your body, to purify your mind, your body, you know, those are forms of resistance. You know, if you haven't got a brother, a political prisoner, a lawyer to get out, if you haven't got a case overturned, you know, if you don't went out there and learn learn how to use the environment and weapons, you know, your environment, whatever you don't learn, you know. So you can look at from various functions and various abilities and various areas of aspects of life, right? You look at different angles, you know. It's on you. It's about putting that work in, basically, you know. Okay.
What does BAOC stand for?
BOC stands for Black August Organized Committee. Black August Organized Committee is the official body that organized Black August, the official body that created the rules, the policy, the procedure, the history that which Black August has been following since its inception. Its inception in 1979, right? You know, those are the ones who created Black August. You know, that goes back to 1978 when they were planning Black August then during that time. People like Gjgrc regardless pushing the line regardless, organizing and push forward toward Black August. And it didn't come relative to the next year after the assassination during the month of August. So that's the official body.
What is the Black August motto?
Black August motto is fast, steady, train, and fight. You know, we basically fast, show solidarity without falling contract during the 3 days. You know, we train in regard to better our conditions, our mind, and if we train, it can better our condition, our people. If it be self-defense, if it be military armed, if it be education, if it be learning a different trade. You know, we study the very aspects of our history, our struggle, evolution, different language, the different aspects, man. You know, and we fight by doing the study and the working and the training, the fast. That's always I'm fighting. So it's all coincide with each other. And this is something we do every year, every day, basically every day. Not just doing the month of August. We do it every day. That's why Black August 365. We do it every day of our life. Especially the ones who are committed, the ones who choose to do so. To recognize Black August as a culture. And not as some kind of religion or not some kind of just mainstream garbage, but as a commemoration that's year round.
Describe the San Quentin massacre.
Well, okay, on the day of August 21st, right, when Conrad George in the Justice Center, when he made his move, he made his move, you know what I'm saying, and all the doors are open in regards to the prison cells, right? It were very murders that took place during that time period. There were murders of racist white pigs that were murdered during that day, and also Aryan Brotherhood members and other people that were sympathizers of the white system that were being perpetuated during that time period. And during during the first part of that massacre, where all these people were killed, and then in order for all the people not to be killed, Conrad George ran out there, and then they assassinated. He ran out there and sacrificed himself, so everybody else wouldn't be murdered, right? So they killed Conrad George. The people who were charged with those murders were known as the San Quentin Six. You had people like Hugo Yoga Pineda, who was a Nicaraguan, identified being African. You had Luis Talamentes, Bato Wato, known as Luis Talamentes, who was a Mexican who identified with more of the southern principles of the Mexican mafia. You had people like Willis Sundar Tate. You had David G.I. Johnson. You had Fleeto Drongo, who was also known as the Solid Brothers, and you also had Johnny Sprang. These individuals became known as known in the San Quentin Six. That those are the ones that are responsible for this massacre that you're talking about. That the San Quentin Six, they became political prisoners themselves, right? Became a case from the assassination of Conrad George that happened on the same day.
Describe the Attica uprising.
Okay. Well, the Attica Rebellion, right? The Attica Rebellion, was based on some of the same conditions that the Folsom Manifesto were written about. The Folsom Manifesto were written in 1970 by individuals that were close comrades of Conrad George, like Elder Kamasi Agilia, who came from the Schlosser bunch of Carter. He one of the writers of the Folsom Manifesto. So the brothers from Attica took the Folsom Manifesto and turned it to the Attica Manifesto, basically word for word, verbatim. The things that he wanted. That were taken, but they took that from that aspect. So, when they assassinated Conrad George, August 21st, the brothers in Attica seen it. The whole world saw this aspect of things, right? And they basically prepared them to go forward, to take over the prison, to organize and fight for the conditions and right, because one other individual fight for the condition right in prison was W. Nola, who was considered a jailhouse lawyer at that time upon the assassination. He had a lawsuit against the state of California in regard to their tortures, their deaths, everything, their treatment of new African prisoners at that particular time, right? So all these individuals, he filed a lawsuit as well against the state. So the whole aspect of the California prison system, the California prison movement was an influence to everybody around the world, especially brothers in New York, in regard to their rebellion, because a lot of brothers in New York were from different movements. They were from things like the Young Party, the Young Lords. They were from street organizations. They had association with the Black Panthers. They were from the Nation Guard of the 5%ers, you know what I'm saying? It was sort of a radical oil formation on the streets of New York, who also was a part of the Round Bay Black Panther Party in Harlem in 1966, before the Black Panther Center was created. So, due to those conditions that they saw within themselves, they fight for the right that they put out the Attica Manifesto, and they took over the prison, and waged their particular struggle against the New York prison system, right? That resulted in numerous deaths in the prison system. We consider the biggest prison rebellion in history. There's only the second one being Lucasville that happened in 1993. In regards to the Aryan Nation, Aryan Brotherhood, Black and Disciples, and turned to African Muslims. But the African Muslims became the victim, knowing that the Ohio Five, or the Lucasville Five, so to speak, But all these were inspired by what took place in the prisons in California, different rebellions that took place during the time of Conrad George W. And also Johnny Jackson, who connected to uh, the prison movement in California as well. Yeah, and from the aspect and the brothers in Attica, when it popped off, they wore a black armband on their hand to show that they were part of the resistance. And that black armband became a staple in the Black Hawk tradition as well. They started a tradition in Attica, wearing the black armband on the left arm, to show support in regard to the resistance. They became a staple in the Black Hawk tradition as well to this day. And some people call September bloody September because a lot of death and and things that took place as well during that time period in September also. A lot of massacres, a lot of deaths, also resistance, and also September also the time where Conrad Joe was born. He born in September as well. It's another time of commemoration that you commemorate also as well. And one of the old traditions was that a lot of people who were practicing Black August, they fasted all with the September night, which the day of Adam. They fasted all they Black August fast all with the September night. That's an old tradition that some brothers still do to this day. They fast all from August the 1st to September night, to honor the Attica rebellion. Yeah.
Who is the Black Guerrillas?
Well, Conrad George wrote in the book Solidarity Brother. He said he met the Black Guerrillas, right? And he met people like W.L. Nolan, Tony Gjgrc, and Big J. Lewis, Howard Toll, and all the other individuals. The Black Guerrilla was a formation in California prison system in the 60s that were geared toward better the condition of prison. They had a steady group. They had a radical steady group that they were doing physical training. They were learning about self-defense, learning about world politics. They were challenging the condition legally. They were protecting brothers against racial attack, from being raped, being deprived. They were getting brothers back to race pride, so forth and so on. Right? Those are the Black Guerrillas. And those are the ones Conrad George met. And those are the ones that influenced Conrad George to change from the criminal mentality to a revolution mentality. As he joined the movement, he actually became a leader from that aspect, from the education that actually inspired him. And Conrad George was a close comrade of the Jackal, which is known as James Carr. The name Jackal came from Huey Newton because James Carr was a bodyguard of Huey Newton. And James Carr was introduced Huey Newton to the aspect of Conrad George through the grapevine. And that's how Conrad George became the field marshal of the Black Panther Party through their relationship, admiration that Huey had toward him via James Carr, who the weightlifting champion of the California prison at that time, and WNO, the boxing champion at that time through the prison system, right? James Carr was illiterate, but he met Conrad George. Conrad George taught him how to read and write, and he eventually put together a book himself, he eventually put a book himself. He put it together, a book together. James Carr did. He wrote a book also.
Cool. Great answer. Great answer. Next one. How was the training and the rules?
Well, I don't understand what you're saying, but I can give you I can speak about certain things that I know. Well, Conrad George had I think it was a 3-second rule, right? Where he stated that you had a 3-second window that was open to you, right? If you was attacked or you had to defend yourself. Within that 3 seconds, you had enough time to either you had enough time to neutralize your opponent. Neutralization could be death, it could be paralysis, or it could be knocking the individual out, right? It's a 3-second to defend yourself, right? Cause he felt that the training of any kind of guerrilla training, you should be able to fend off at least 5 or 6 people at one time, right? So in regard to that aspect of things, 3 seconds all you needed to get your opponents off you. So that was some of his tactics. And as he taught himself, his own version of martial arts, basketball kung fu. They call him They call him Karate Jackson for the fee, right? He taught himself that particular aspect of things, right? Within the prison, so he self-taught. He taught himself that. The way he taught himself very language, very politics. He orientated himself on very things. Right? He believed in armed strength, he believed in resistance, right? He believed in brothers defending themselves. He believed in brothers not being a not he being a brother, being a brother, being able to just practice self determination. You know, to be able to control their own destiny, and not being victims of anything, right? They always said never count my mind a broken man. He didn't want to be broken, meaning he didn't want to be weak, meaning he didn't want to be not to be able to defend himself. You know what I'm saying? And that goes not just physical things, but mental things. That's why he was an intellectual as well. He understood the aspect that you got to be a book soldier before you can be a foot soldier. He understood that aspect, He understood that in order the politics control the military. He understood that aspect. So he developed that political and military line in regard to his own formation, own ideas, and own concept within the prison system that influenced many others on the streets as well. Yeah.
Another excellent answer. Next question. What is the Black August Journal?
The Black August Journal is a journal that one create to monitor his or her activity during Black August. Like for instance, if an individual has embarked on learning a different skill set, a different trade, a different trade, or attain a different degree, or gain a different business, whatever it may be, you can model that. You can model that and record it on your Black August Journal to see how far you're on advance from it, see how what you're on gain, what kind of experience you're on learn, what the information you're on gain. It based a journal showing you your records in regard to your success, wherever you attain. Let's say for instance, you decide to stop eating sugar, stop eating white flour, stop eating meat. You can put in your journal that you started at the end of Black August. You see did you reach your goal? Did you fall short of your goal? What did you learn? Or whatever it may be, right? So it's a way to monitor everything. It's also a way to see how far you got. If you decide to do something last Black August and you create a program, create an institute, create a business, you can look back at last Black August and see where you came from. Depend from your journal last year, and look at how far you made from that particular level of action. It basically a gauge and a monitor to keep you on track.
Why should everybody know about BAM and BAR?
Well, we should know about Black August simply due to the fact that we live in America, right? And we understand the American academic system was not created for anybody adult pigmentation. In all actual fact, it was created from a system that was created by the Germans. They would call it the Prussian education system, right? And this system was designed for certain types of German people. It wasn't designed for all the Germans, And this system has evolved in the American academic system, right? Especially in regard to the art-scary teaching that we have now, like for instance, Columbus scared America, Hippocrates the father of medicine, the Greek mythology, the classic mythology, the great philosophers, so forth and so on, right? Shakespeare did this, and the city of Europe did this, and all the other individuals that are European, right? They whitewash everything and keep everything all scary. They tell us about the things that considered to be the pacifists in regard to the civil rights movement. They tell you about certain things, like even right now with the critical race theory, right? They take away all the education, all the books that deal with anything that show they resisted, show they've had any kind of slave rebellion, any kind of slave revolts, they've had any kind of independent town and civilization during the 1600s, 1700s, 1800s, 1900s. They take away anything showing that we had any kind of strength, we had any kind of vigor, if any kind of champion, we had any kind of race pride. They take away the aspect that we had any kind of Tulsos, any kind of St. Augustine's, or any kind of ultimate Alpha Village, so forth, so on, right? So Black August is a time to show you that we resisted, that we always fought. We were fighting before we actually came to the shores of America. We were fighting while we was in Africa. We were fighting in the 1500s, you know what I'm saying? In 1526, we were fighting out throughout these very time periods. So Black August Memorial, Black Resistance, and Black August is significant and important that it should be taught to all our students and children, our youth and our elders, so that we can have something to actually understand, something that we can show that actually support who we are as a people, to tell our true history, to uplift us, to motivate us, and inspire us. So we won't be dumbed down by the American academic system. So we miseducated by the American miseducation system, and so forth and so on, right? It's a way of gaining our power back, gain our life back, gain our own minds back. You know, it's important for so many different reasons. Those are just some of them. You know, it's just important in general, right? You know, our children get tired of learning about learn about people that don't look like us, learn about people that didn't actually do anything for us, learn about people who actually didn't fight for us. We don't know about people. We don't know about our accomplishment. We don't know about our achievement. We don't know about our ancient civilization. We don't know about our scientific achievement. We don't know about our literary achievement. We don't know about our independent achievement. We don't know about these different things that benefit our people as a whole. We don't know about these things, right? And Black August teach you those things. Black August give you back those principles of unity. It give you back those principles of self-determination. It give you back those principles of cooperative dynamics. It give you back those principles of purpose, or principles of faith. It give you back all those principles of education. It give you those principles back during Black August, which is the 365 days, 360 year culture year round. It gives you all that back. So why not learn about those things that are beneficial to you as a whole, that can uplift you as well as your family, as well as your community? Why not learn about these things, you know? And I yield.
Well, Usi Agosti Salamu, this is the end of the Black August political education.